Hello and welcome back to Popcorn Chat. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be my last video of 2023 before we begin the new year. I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who has subscribed this year, who's joined the channel, or who's been there from the beginning. I really appreciate the love and support that I've had across this year, and I think it's only going to evolve and grow over the next year or so. As for 2023, I think we've had some really great films this year. I will be doing a wrap up of my favourite films of 2023 once I've seen a few more UK releases, so that'll be coming out in January of 2024. So for now, let's talk about some of the films I'm really excited to see that'll be released in the UK in 2024. So one of the most anticipated films we were supposed to get this month was Dune Part 2. I'm so excited to see what they do with this one. I've not read the books, but I really enjoyed the first film for what it was. I think the world building that Denis Villeneuve is able to create is absolutely amazing. Such a stellar cast who all brought amazing performances, and he's, clearly evolved the cast with, Florence Pugh, Austin Butler, and I'm excited to see some returning faces whilst adding in those new additions. One of the other films I'm excited to see next year is Wicked Part 1. Now, they're splitting this into two, but this is one of my favourite musicals. I've absolutely loved this show for a long time. I listen to the soundtrack every now and then, and it still gives me chills. I'm really excited to see what they do with this, bringing a lot of sort of stage and screen actors into this film. I think I'm really curious to see where they go and how that transfers onto the big screen. Next up, we have NOS Ratu. Robert Eggers is fastly becoming one of my favourite directors, and I'm really excited to see what he does with this tale. I've seen the classic film. I love anything to do with vampires, so I think he's going to do a really good job, but I just don't want to overhype it, but I think it's going to be so amazing. The next film I'm excited to see, which is a weird pick because I've not seen the original yet, is Gladiator II. I'm excited for this film because it has an amazing cast. It has Paul Mescal, Barry Keoghan, Pedro Pascal, and I'm sure many, many more. I promise I will watch the first Gladiator before seeing this film, but I feel like I've already had it spoiled through film Twitter and me not seeing it, even though it's been out for 20 years. As with Dune, we have a part 2, which I'm really excited to see, and that is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I really enjoyed the film that came out earlier this year, and it was really interesting to see how the art styles and the characters had developed from that first film. So I'm really curious what they're going to do with this third film, which is a part 2. Yes, I was really annoyed how they abruptly stopped that first part. I didn't know it was being split into two films, so maybe it's on me. Next up, we have Mickey 17. Now, we've only just really seen that poster of Robert Pattinson. It stars Toni Collette and Mark Ruffalo. And I'm curious to see what Bong Joon-ho does with this film. I think he's such an amazing director. And obviously there's going to be a lot of hype after seeing Parasite and winning the Oscar. I think he's going to have a lot of people really interested in this film and obviously wanting to work with him, being a Best Picture winner. So I'm excited to see what he does, but hopefully it hasn't all gone to his head, which I'm sure it hasn't, knowing, the track record of his films. Next up, we have Maxine. Now, this is the third installment within the T-West kind of franchise that we're going for. We had X, then we had Pearl, and then we'll have Maxine. Mia Goth has been the shining star within those last two films, so I'm curious to see what she brings to this role, seeing how these characters are interconnected and how they sort of change along the course of the film. So I'm excited to see what this film holds because I really enjoyed the first two. Now, the other film I'm really excited for has been released in America, and I'm so annoyed that the UK releases are delayed, but it's one of these Oscar hype films, and we do normally get these in January, sort of February in the following year. So one I'm really excited to see is The Iron Claw. Now, I don't know anything about the original family of wrestlers. I'm kind of going blind to this. I think I've seen maybe one trailer and that's it. But I'm excited by the cast. I think this is going to be an amazing film, and from what I've heard from fellow critics that have seen it, it's going to be amazing. And I think Zac Efron is going to give such a great performance that it's going to really separate him from that sort of Disney Channel thing that people still attach him to. I've seen many films where he's not done Disney Channel related films at all. I think he's such an amazing actor. So I'm excited to see the hype that everyone's been giving to this film in the States when it comes out here in the new year. One of my favourite actors is Jake Gyllenhaal, so I'm excited to see his new film Roadhouse, which I think is a remake of the Patrick Swayze film. And I saw some clips earlier this year where he was filming some scenes prior to an actual MMA fight. So he looks like he's in some good shape. It's very similar to what he did with Southpaw by the looks of it. So I'm curious to see what he does, because he's always doing some crazy and wacky roles, and he always gets really sort of method on it. So I'm excited to see what Jake brings to this new film. Another film which I'm really excited to see, which was delayed again, was The Challengers. Now, this is directed by Luca Guadagnino, who is, again, one of my favourite directors at the minute, and it's got an amazing cast. We have Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike Feist, some really amazing sort of up-and-coming actors, and I'm excited to see what he does with this. I think I did see the trailer. Yes, I did. And I'm excited. I'm always excited to see what Luca does. So I think this is going to be a really good one. I was so gutted when it was delayed once again. So I think this could be a real star of next year. So there you have it. There's my top 10 most anticipated films of 2024. Let me know yours down below. Maybe I've got some similar ones to yourself, or maybe something different. I'd love to hear your picks for the new year. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the new year for lots more content.